This is a tricky question, because how do you write about a man who wrote so brilliantly about others without being able to match him, at least a little bit? Well, I have tried to have a go at him in the way he had a go at others, which is to say, he certainly didn't hold back. I've tried, in other words, to do the best I could by handling him on occasion roughly. Orwell was never a saint or a national treasure, but he was a rebel, and I've tried to write about him in that spirit. We take him as we find him. As for history, there's not a single aspect of his life that history cannot help us see better. In his views on the British Empire as a money-making racket, for instance, or his memories of an intensely private education, or his instinctually right feelings about communism, and his instinctually wrong feelings about Nazism, or at least how to fight it. History can help us in all these respects. Similarly, Orwell showed us how to write about culture by doing it convincingly and not just theorizing about it. And his allegiance to the Labour Party was in the same vein. There's also a growing conservatism, even Toryism, in Orwell, in the small and perfect worlds he created, and in his growing belief that in order to be happy, we needed a life to underpin the politics, rather than always looking for a politics that would underpin the life. Above all, I've tried to show how Orwell's developing sense of himself as an Englishman came finally to give his work line and rhythm. Line and rhythm sounds like swing. Well, if you want to understand what George Orwell meant and how he did that swing, read this book, George Orwell, English Rebel.